Hi guys, welcome to today's video. Hope you're all doing well. My name is Annie and today we are going to check out Nayeon's latest comeback that is called ABCD. This is her second release as a soloist and I have really high hopes for it all because I've seen the teasers and it looks to be very much so like hip-hop, R&B, very energetic, but not as bubbly as her debut release. So I have really high hopes for it. According to Sunbi, this song is a pop dance song that captures Nayeon's charms. The lyrics lure someone who is their ideal type from A to Z, promising to teach all about love. So it seems to be very straightforward, very I was going to say independent, but more like confident, and I freaking love that vibe, especially for Nayeon that has this very cute aura around her. Also, this title track is part of an album, I suppose. I'm checking it out on Spotify as we speak, and yes, it is part of her second mini album called Na, which means I, if I'm not mistaken, and it is also the two first letters of her name. And so in it we have 7 tracks in total, being A, B, C, D, Butterflies, Evan featuring Sam Kim, Magic featuring Julie of Kiss of Life, a group that I freaking love, and I have not had the opportunity to talk about them here, but I freaking love their music. Then we have Halle Galley, production by Lee Chan-hyuk from Akmu. Then we have Something, and last but not least, Count It. This song was released on my 29th birthday. Both Nayeon and I, oh my god, both Nayeon and I were born in 1995, so she's already 29 or 30 by like Korean culture age. I don't know anymore, but basically, yesterday was my birthday. By the time I actually post this, it might be even later than this. It was on the 14th of June. I'm feeling old, but it's cool that we're still checking out K-pop together. Also, before we move on to the reaction part of this video, I just wanted to quickly talk about my previous video, the one about XG and their song Woke Up. So I wanted to, first and foremost, apologize for not really phrasing correctly the question that I had, or like the questions about like cultural appropriation / appreciation on that video in particular. I really wanted to have that discussion with you guys, and thank you all for being so caring and talking about it in a very respectful way. It means a lot to me to be able to have those types of discussions, so thank you. I apologize that it was not correctly phrased, and I will pay attention to it more and more in the future in order to be able to sort of see both sides and explain it way better. I'm not saying that I won't make mistakes in the future, it's just to say that I will try my best to not make that mistake again, and I thank you all for sticking around and being so respectful in the comments and having that discussion with me. Did I repeat myself twice? Yes, I did. But now that that is said and done with, I will close this chapter and let's move on to the reaction section of Nayeon's new title track, ABCD. Oh, are they filming on that set at Universal Studios? Yet another car accident. Is it in Supernova that you have that as well? Ooh. She is looking so good, and it definitely has this sort of R&B feeling to it. Very like early 2000s. Ooh, nice transition. It's cool because there's both a transition in the MV, but also in the way she's singing as she goes from like this very sultry tone to falsetto. I like that quite a lot, and the aesthetic as well, as we go to black and white, very elegant, something that represents Twice and Nayeon so freaking well. The addition of the guitar there, so nice. Ooh. I love this pre-chorus. Ooh. The addition of the hat made it so freaking like badass. Ooh, I got chills there. I love that move. Ooh. Ooh. Didn't she wear, and all the Twice members, those types of outfits during the tour, the World Tour? Like, she pulled it off. I don't think it was when I went to see them in London, but it was afterwards. They added those outfits, and here she's wearing something similar, and she looks so freaking stunning in it. It adds this sort of sensual vibe to the second verse, and it is much more like intimate a bit, which doesn't sort of drop completely the energy that we got from the chorus. Ooh, the nerdy vibe. So many different outfits. This is so cool. Ooh. The choreo, oh my god. And by the way, I'm stopping very frequently because some of you told me in the comments that you don't like when I speak on top of it. So I'll try this way. I hope it's best because I don't want to just not say anything during the entire thing. You tell me in the comments below which one you prefer. Ooh, dance break, the bass. Ooh. Oh. For the lead vocalist of Twice, she's slaying the choreo. So freaking badass. My god. I can clearly see her becoming one of like the best soloists out there. I don't know why she gives me like Iori vibes. I don't know if you get the same thing or not. Okay, so now that we watched it, let's talk about it all. So I find it really, really interesting that Nayeon decided to go with this type of vibe, as her first song and her debut song was very quirky, very energetic, very much so what we could expect from her. And here she's taking a different approach, and I like that because it shows that she can do a variety of things. It's not like the complete opposite, of course, but it's definitely different from what we've seen time and time again with her and with Twice. And so I like that approach. We have so many different outfits and sequences, like JYP splurged, and I think it's well deserved because Nayeon is definitely one of the more popular members of Twice, but also of JYP in general, and they went all out. Like, oh my god, let's go in order. First and foremost, this song. I love the fact that we have this sort of early 2000s R&B dance pop track, which suit really well the vibe of Nayeon, and this genre sort of gives her the opportunity to show a more mature side of her vocals and play with different subjects as well that are not so much like the quirky, youthful vibe and aesthetic, which I love. The vocals are really, really nice. She goes from more like a more mature, sassy vibe to something more playful, and then with the speaking, not rapping, but it adds more texture and dynamics to the entire thing. I love the bass for the dance break, the fact that we add some elements of like the acoustic guitar or like electric guitar here and there. It adds more dynamics to it. It is not just like a typical pop dance track. It has more oomph to it all. Then when it comes to the MV, I like the structure of it all, even though it's very much so very typical of the early 2000s aesthetic. The song as well, by the way, it has this sort of yeah, it's something that it feels almost nostalgic for me, of being like, of having like all the backup dancers dancing in an alley. We clearly see that it is a studio. We have the accident in the very beginning, but it is the accident of love. That is the meaning of the lyrics, being very straightforward, of loving someone and wanting them to fall even deeper with you. And I like the aesthetic of it all. Like I said during the reaction part, I really like the fact that she's going at it with the dance. She's really just like pulling it off so freaking well with the dance break, but the entire choreo is very, very nice, and I think it's definitely something that can become really popular on TikTok as well, which, let's be honest, is a bit of the goal lately with K-pop songs. Every single time they want people to do those same moves on TikTok, on the platform. So I think that will work out really, really well for her, because it definitely corresponds well to what we can see on it. The entire thing made me think a bit about like Crazy in Love, because like we have the lyrics that are very much so of wanting the other one that you love to fall as hard as you did for them, for you. Then we have the entire aesthetic of the Y2K, very powerful, very strong, independent woman that is in love and knows what she wants. And the vocals as well, because like she's not really belting stuff like that, but is very much so R&B infused vocals. So I like that quite a lot. It's very much so like Crazy in Love, giving a little bit like Beyonce in a sense. So yeah, guys, those are overall all of my thoughts about Nayeon's ABCD. I almost forgot the last letter. What did you think about it all? Tell me in the comments down below. If you want me to check out any other songs, you can tell me in the comments down below as well. I will be checking out some of this right now, like, what did I write down? I wrote Everglow, Espa, then I have Ive as well, so, and New Jeans, so a lot to cover. So stick around for more. Either way, guys, thanks so much for watching the video until the very end. If you liked it, if you enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe, and I hope I'll see you in my next one. Bye!